Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Let's do a sound test. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me. Awesome. All right. So welcome to my channel. Okay, let's start with the today's prep. Okay. As we said that yesterday the SPY and the Qs looks good, so stocks gonna behave their own. Much not going to impact by the market. I think that's exactly what happened. Today market is also green. But as Friday, there are not many gappers. Uh, let's quickly check it out. Some of the stocks which we see here. So space showing up again today. Uh, Let me just quickly do that. So yesterday it was gapped up, moved all the way up, and then consolidated and closed over the 20 range. Now it seems to me is good. We need to see whether it holds the 20 level, and if it holds the 20 level, then we can find a long opportunities because it can be a good gap and go because of 4%. Uh, the next one we have Mara. Mara sold off really hard yesterday because Bitcoin prices were really coming down. Look at the very ugly charts here. So it's a very congested area. Bitcoin is over 40,000 price. Now we need to see that whether Bitcoin gonna keep the momentum up, and if it's keep the momentum up, we see another rally on the Bitcoin. So for sure, I will mark 2350 as a starting point, as a resistance, and then under under 22, because this $22 Mara is closely linked to the Bitcoin. If I show you Bitcoin price, see this is the Bitcoin chart, and this is real time. So yesterday it sold off heavily, touched all the way to support, which was on 38,000. If you look at it, 3880, around 39. Uh, I think this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so this was at 12 p.m. when it touched to 38, moved sharply up, consolidated after market hours, moved to 42, and then came down again and retested 39, stayed over the 40. So now it is over 40,000 range, and this is very important. So if Bitcoin break this 42,000 level, Mana definitely gonna break out as well. So we need to keep an eye on the Bitcoin prices as well if you wanna play Mara. So for now, we can mark this as an important one as too. There's certain. stocks which are slowly rallying up, which is the VISE. If you look at the daily formation for Viacom, uh, and you will see that it's slowly churning up. So it's a nice momentum. Uh, we can keep an eye on that stock as well. I think it's loading. I don't know why it's taking too long. Yeah. So very nice. Let me just remove all the lines. If you see here, came down, nice support. We tried to play last week, but we couldn't find the right opportunity. But today, yesterday was a very strong after, in afternoon. So it seems to me is planning to break out on the 43 level. So I'm gonna put into my watch list and I'm gonna play this. So next one, what I have is a plug. Plug, if us look at it, though is not a good gap up like a VISE, but is really setting up on both sides. For VI for plug, I'm open for both. So it's made the doji candle. If it's go over $28, I'm gonna go long. If it's gonna stay underneath of a 27, then I'm gonna plan short entry on this. So it has a potential for both ways, because if you look at it, uh, you know bull flag consolidation, bull flag consolidation, bull flag consolidation, and this bull flag was failed, uh, moved up but came back down. So now we need to see that whether it continues up or it fails and come back down and retest this level. So we just need to uh, keep an eye on this. Next one, I'm looking at the other stocks which are really gapping up by 38% or something like that. Really volatile. So if you look at let's look at first the OTLY. I think OTLY was the IPO from yesterday. So if you look at the OTLY, this is the opening price. This is the opening range of the OTLY, and now stock is, let's see where his stock is. So right now stock is underneath of the support. We need to see that whether it continues that downward trend or it's moved back up. That is going to be the test for OTLY. If it's come move back up, which is his planning coming, trying to come, and then it may be a good long over $22. Next one I have is a BKE. Next one I have a BKE, and if let's look at the daily chart first. For daily, if you look at it, 47 was the high of the trend, then came down, retested this level, and then today is moving back up, sharply moving back up. Is almost with the 5% gap up. So now, if you look at the intraday chart, there's not much volume, but it's up 5%. So we need to see that it is just the volume, just a gain without any volume, or is going to continue that momentum. So we can just mark it and see. I'm going to use this the day before yesterday resistance here, because this stock is not the pre-market, not very active. So I would mark this as a support, and if it's stay above this, then clearly we can see that this is wanted to move up. And then for resistance, we can mark this as a resistance, which is the few days ago, and then this. So right now it's dropping. So let's see that does it drop, and or it's just hold this levels and move back up. Next one is the PLTR. The PLTR on the daily, if you look at it, is consolidating, making a bull flag, and it seems like it's wanted to move up. So PLTR going to be my first choice for today, over 21. We might, if I might get the momentum on top in the morning, then I wanted to play this as well. So right now it's just keep churning. So 21 level, I'm looking at it for PLTR. And then T, if you remember T, we played short few days ago, but now, and I was, if you recall on our pre-market show, I was telling that, this is a very important support here. It might bounce back, gonna keep this trend. So that's exactly what happened. Came down, but then quickly bounce back up. So now we need to see that whether it holds the 30 level and move back up or is again comes down. So that is going to be a test for it. And if it's moved back up, then definitely is going to be a nice long momentum for us. So this is all I'm going to watch today. Majority of them are green. How about you guys? Do you guys monitoring anything? Please introduce yourself and gives a thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions. So for sure, for me, I'm going to look at it space, Bitcoin for sure, but on the side, but the T, PLTR, OTLY, and Becky. So let me just gonna adjust this. Uh, my I'm gonna readjust this list. I'm gonna bring the Mara and the right below, and PLT are going to be on top. T is going to be on top. Okay, so I have set. So what is laser? Okay, let's check the laser. Still loading. Just give me a second. I don't know. I don't know. Is this a right symbol laser? I can load up the data. Any other symbol, Louis, you want to see? I don't know. I can see the chart. Let me check on the Finviz. So laser looks bullish. Okay, it's come here. Okay, so move back up, came down, consolidated, made the bull flag. It seems like a more inside day. I'm not sure whether because see, I'm not sure whether it's gonna give us a downward momentum or it's just gonna continue upward today. Based on based on the previous candles, if you look at it, every second day is most likely a consolidation day or inside day. So right, okay, let's look at because so Ride has a very engulfing bearish candle yesterday. Ride has rejected the $12 range and clearly came down. And right now, if we mark this as a support, it is underneath of the support. Now the question is that whether it's going to break down the support or it's going to bounce back. So that you need to keep in mind when you go if you planning to go short, then you need to make sure that it break this level, because if you look at it, there is a significant support here, which broke on the May 10th, and then push back up. If you look at it, see this candle is also has touched this, retested. So it seems to me that is not going to lose very easily. uh, Ride might gonna fight and try to stay under this level, and you might see a little bit of a bounce in the beginning, because this seems like a significant level. Uh, Tested one, twice, thrice, failed. Again, tested once. Big candle, through big candle it broke. Let's see here, volume. Look at this. This support had been broke with a significant volume. Again retested here around 9:30, move back up. When it came down yesterday, the volume is not that much, uh, rather than the volume on the going back up. So it seems to me that um, it might it might gonna hold, not a clear pattern. Any other stocks you want me to look at it for you guys? Seems to PLTR looks good to me for today. Teas looks good. Let's check at the RBLX. What RBLX is doing is a momentum stock. Uh, so very bullish candle came down, nice candle, made the bull flag, and now it's planning to break out. So let's mark this too. I think this seems like a planning to break out 78 level. So let's just keep an eye on this as well. Does it break 78 level? Then definitely you might gonna see some kind of a momentum here. And since the market is green, you might see a momentum. One more stock you look at it, LMND. I think the LMND uh, is whole is close to the resistance. Uh, it seems to me that it might gonna retest. It's might gonna pull back. So keep an eye on that. But if it doesn't gonna pull back, then you can still ride on the momentum up, because it seems really bullish. Look at these candles. But it seems to me that it might gonna pull back. Other one I was looking at the AI. If you look at the AI, AI tested 4750 level and now again moving back. So this 60 was a support before, now it become the resistance. And if AI break the 60 today, it can be a good momentum for top. I think let me put an AI here as well. AI and LMND. I'm going to keep an eye because if AI breaks 60, we might see a nice momentum up. Uh, Look at this, the how it's forming and is testing this uh, prior support. So if it break with the volume, so if you look at it, the volume was not great in the last 2 days, but if the volume comes in, we might see a retest to 60 and moving back up. So let's mark this as well. So that's all I have, guys. Go green today's Friday. Uh, Play safe, and yeah, thanks for joining me.